Didn't have time for TV this week? We've got you. This is Long Story Short for the pilot episode of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So, Midge, the marvelous one currently becoming a Mrs. Maisel, is absolutely killing it during her speech at her wedding. And it is funny, even though she's kind of got the audience stacked, if we're being honest.
This day is perfect. It's like a dream. Or a nightmare, if you're my father. How much for the flowers? Who eats mushroom caps? Do the caterers have any idea what the Jews just went through a few years ago?
2 cakes, 1 for eating. We're very happy.
Perfect closer. Anyways, flash forward 4 years and Midge is now a fancy housewife in a fancy apartment building on fancy Upper West Side. Her main hobby is giving people cookies.
Antonio, I got you a black and white.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Maisel.
Although she does not go crazy with the varieties.
Got you a black and white.
Her husband Joel, meanwhile, is an aspiring comedian who performs at the Gaslight Cafe, where Midge has to bribe the club manager with brisket to get her husband's stage time. Male mediocrity prevails!
Next time, I'd like some latkes.
I make great latkes. Genius latkes.
Very stable latkes for her very stable marriage. Joel's comedy is,
Well, what if, during the Civil War, there was no Lincoln? This is a telephone conversation between Abe Lincoln and his press agent just before Gettysburg.
Shockingly, somehow everyone wants to hear what a guy in a turtleneck has to say about the Civil War. The next night, Midge is having a cocktail in her leotard because rich, when she sees something disturbing on TV. Remember that badly delivered Lincoln joke from 3 seconds ago?
This is a telephone conversation between Abe and his press agent just before Gettysburg.
Joel, who thinks he's as much of a genius as Midge's latkes, mansplains to Midge that stealing jokes is actually chill and she just doesn't get comedy.
It's fine, everybody does it.
Everybody steals his ass?
Yes? No, not steals. Borrows. No big deal.
So not only is Joel a hack, we also know he's bold. Who steals jokes from one of the most famous comics in the world? You're wild for this one, Joel. Later that night, Joel takes the L and shows us what his original all-Joel A material is like.
So, my sweater, it's a new sweater, but I asked my wife to bring it to me because I work during the day, so she does, and I put it on. Holes in my sweater.
For those keeping score, clueless, hack, not funny.
He's very avant-garde.
No, Joel, tell us more about the sweater. In the end, Joel bombs so hard with the sweater joke that he wants a divorce. Well, it's more than that, but give it a second.
What are you doing?
I have to go. I have to leave. I have to leave you.
That's my suitcase.
It is?
You gonna leave me with my suitcase?
But Midge gives him the chance of a lifetime to change his mind in the best robe I've ever seen.
No, wait. I will be better. I will do better. I'll pay more attention. You can quit your job. We can go to the club every single night and I'll buy more notebooks.
I've been having an affair.
Hack, untalented, cheater, triple threat.
It's been going on for months. I thought it was a phase, but now...
Who?
Penny.
FYI, Penny is Joel's assistant at work. We want to hate her right now, but go easy on Penny. She does not know how to sharpen pencils. Midge responds to this betrayal the way any self-respecting person would. She gets absolutely hammered, scares people in the subway, and runs an errand that really could have waited until tomorrow.
I left my Pyrex here. I'd like it back.
Your what?
Pyrex, my Pyrex.
Fueled by her liquid courage, Midge wanders on stage to muse about her husband's comedy aspirations.
And this is it, huh? This is the dream. Standing up here on this filthy, sticky stage all alone. Couldn't have that. You didn't want me. Was that it, Joel? Who's Joel?
And already it's 100 times funnier than anything her philandering ex has done in his entire life.
And come on, who wouldn't want to come home to this every night? Okay, all right, maybe today's not the best day to judge. I've been crying and my face is all puffy and just ignore my head. And now, from here down, who wouldn't want to come home to this? Actually, I'm a little bloated right now. I drank a lot of wine and my stomach is sort of... Oh, can I borrow that? All right, ignore this. But imagine coming home to these every night. Yeah, they're pretty good, right? Plus, They're standing up on their own.
Cut to shocked audience looking at boobs. Anyways, the fun police show up immediately and drag Midge away.
You're under arrest.
What? Why?
Public indecency and performing without a cabaret license.
You need a license to do that?
Why were they so close to a comedy club? We may never know. And who's in the back seat? Lenny M.F. Bruce. If you don't know who he is, pause and Google it, but he's like the coolest cool comedian in 1959. Look at his cigarette. It's a huge deal. 20 minutes later, Susie, the stern bartender at the Gaslight, bails Midge out of jail and takes her for just what she needs. More alcohol.
You should do stand-up, and I can help you.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious.
I am a mother.
Great. We'll use that. Does one of your kids do something weird?
Midge takes a whole minute to decide that she actually does want to try stand-up and interrupts Susie's bean feast to let her know she's in.
I went by the Gaslight and they told me to come here. Is this your apartment?
Yeah.
And to insult her lifestyle.
I'll be by tomorrow at 10. You don't have a very long lease, do you? Because you should move.
Thanks for the tip, rich lady. So now that Midge is a comedian, she performs some workplace solidarity and goes back to jail to bail out Lenny Bruce.
You're not my wife.
No.
Can you chill? She's bailing you out of jail. But Midge isn't doing this for free. She's got a question for our boy Lenny.
Do you love it?
Do I love what?
Comedy. Stand up.
And Len comes back with a zinger.
If there was anything else in the entire world that I could possibly do to earn a living, I would. Anything. I'm talking dry cleaners to the Klan, crippled kid portrait painter, slaughterhouse attendant. If someone said to me, Leonard, you can either eat a guy's head or do 2 weeks at the Copa, I'd say pass the f***ing salt. It's a terrible, terrible job. It should not exist. Like cancer and God.
That's a real ringing endorsement, Midge. Maybe you'd better...
Yeah. He loves it.
All right, can't say no one warned you. But seriously, how did Joel's terrible sweater joke end? And you're caught up. That's the first episode of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Like talking Amazon Originals as much as we do? Leave a comment on what you want to hear about next and tune in to Long Story Short on Saturdays.